Excuse me. For the second time in less than 3 weeks, we've lost another beloved member of our community in the most unimaginable way. You know, as an organization, we are heartbroken for what we are having to witness and endure and watch, and we just want to extend our thoughts, prayers, and concern for Mr. Pretti, family, all the loved ones, and everyone involved in such a unconscionable situation in a community that we really love, full of people who are by nature peaceful and prideful. And, you know, we just stand in support of our great community here. And also I'd like to extend my, I guess, I'd like to extend to the leadership, Adam Silver, Matt Caldwell, Tim Connolly, and the Golden State Warriors, you know, our thanks for the decision yesterday, because playing basketball just didn't feel like the right thing to do. You know, hopefully we can play today, move forward, but, you know, we feel like we got a lot of work to do. So thank you very much.
To postpone the game yesterday?
I got a call from Chris Finch during our meeting, our coaches meeting yesterday. I had already gotten a couple of texts from Mike Dunleavy telling me that the league was thinking about postponing the game, and then Chris called me. We talked, and you know, I told him we didn't have a great sense of anything, that we were really going to lean on them. It's their city, and I talked to Joe Ingles. He called me kind of to tell me that all their players were feeling really uneasy about everything. And so I told Chris and Joe, you know, we trust you guys, we trust the league, whatever makes the most sense. So ultimately, obviously the game was postponed. I totally agree with the decision. Everything should be about safety and concern for not only the players and the fans, but everybody here in Minneapolis with what's going on.
How much have you been following the news?
I've been following everything. It's very sad. This has always been a great stop on the NBA tour. I love the city of Minneapolis. The people here are wonderful, and it's very sad what's happening. I feel for the city. There's a pall that has been cast over the city. You can feel it, and you know, a lot of people are suffering. Obviously, loss of life is the number one concern. Those families will never get you know, their family members back. And you know, when all the unrest settles down, whenever that is, those family members won't be returning home, and that's devastating.
I guess, what has the emotion been like just around the team as all this is unfolding? How would you describe that?
I think, you know, we met yesterday during the actually 2 days ago, I'm sorry. We met when we arrived. We had a film session from the night before, and we could see 20,000 people from our hotel view, you know, from my room. You could see the streets were body to body. And so we met as a team and, you know, talked a little bit about what was going on and, you know, just to be safe, be careful. And then obviously we thought we were going to play yesterday and didn't meet because of the time of the game. And then we started to get word, and that's when, you know, some of the players were already over here warming up, and so a lot of them stayed and just got workouts in, that sort of thing, and then, you know, waited until today, and here we are.
And there's hundreds, if not thousands, of people protesting outside. I was wondering if you ever gone through anything like this, had a situation like this occur during your playing or coaching career?
Yeah, I mean, I've experienced a few things like this. I played a game my very first year in the NBA with Phoenix. I played a game in Miami that was canceled because of riots that were happening outside the arena. We had a game canceled or postponed 2 years ago in Salt Lake City when Decky passed away the night before the game, and the league postponed the game, so that we could grieve and handle, our team and ourselves. And, there's a COVID type feel with what's happened the last couple of days, where we're kind of all stuck in the hotel, and a very eerie vibe, in the city and just in everything that's happening. But I think the general feeling is just one of sadness for Minneapolis, for the city. They've been through a lot, and we empathize with the citizens here, with the Wolves franchise and their fans. It's a wonderful place. As I said, I've always felt a great vibe here. The expression "Minnesota nice" is a real thing. People here really, really care about each other and take care of their neighbors and go out of their way to help one another. And it's a beautiful city, and it's just tough to see everybody really going through a lot of angst and anger and sadness and grief.
I've been very outspoken about this administration and the things going on. If there is a path forward, what does it look like in your eyes about what's going on and how it can be addressed moving forward?
And I think, my concern as an American, we're not perfect. We never have been perfect, but I think our ideals have been in the right place for a long time, our values. And, I think no matter what side of the aisle you stand on, I think remembering the values that come with the Constitution, that come with citizenship, the values of looking after each other are so important right now, just because of the extremism that we can feel from all over the place. People are so angry, and there should be an appeal to our better angels to look after one another and to recognize what's happening. We're being divided by media for profit, by misinformation. There's so much out there that is really difficult for all of us to sort of reconcile. And so you have to, in times like these, you have to lean on values and who you are and who you want to be, either as an individual or as a country. And I think that's the biggest thing, and that's what's so sad about all this is, like, we're at each other's throats right now. And, you can't just say I'm right and the other person's wrong. Not in this current climate of nonstop news flooding at us, and it's hard to decipher what's real and what's not, what's true and what's not true. People arguing over the exact same video and saying this happened, no, that happened. It is a confusing time to be alive and to be an American. And what I would appeal to everyone is to remember what our Constitution stands for, what our values are, and what that means to how we treat each other and our fellow citizens. Thanks a lot.